Hello and welcome to BeamNG Drive. I'm davidinark. Today we're going to take a look at a mod that I commissioned, for lack of a better word. Basically, I had posted a message out on BeamNG looking for someone to create a floating pallet, a wooden pallet. We're going to take a look here in just a second. And I got two responses. I got one from iToro and one from CrashHard. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to let you both create a wooden pallet for me to use. And I have to say the results are awesome. So let's just jump right into it. Now, before we get too far into this was not a contest or a competition or anything. And I'm not comparing the two necessarily, other than just so you can see what each of these creators came up with. This is iToro's, and pardon me if I'm saying that wrong, but the pallets floating there, and then CrashHard's here. I just basically made a random pile and threw a car on it to see what would happen. So there you go. I am just so excited to have floating pallets in the game and just kind of mess around with them and see what all we can do here. Now, one of the things that I noticed with iTorers is that they are semi-destructible. That is, if you do something to them that causes them to break, they actually sink, which is a really neat feature. That wasn't, a request, and I don't even know if that was intentional, but if I just start flinging these around, you can tell when they break because the boards themselves, some of the boards will turn black, basically indicating that they're broken. And at that point, they will sink to the bottom and not float back up again, which I just think that's a very neat feature. Again, I don't know if that was planned or not, but I thought it was very cool. And one of the really cool features that CrashHard provided were these stackable pallets made for general use outside of the water. So both of the creators, both of these mod makers provided floating pallets, where iToro's is destructible. CrashHard provided some dry land based, I don't know the word for it, but stackable pallets that don't wig out. As you saw, as we were going along there, as you saw previously, when the pallets start interacting with each other in the water or frankly out of the water, they start getting wiggy. They spin out of control. They fly all over the place. So I thought it was really cool that CrashHard provided some pallets that could also be used on dry land and stackable, meaning that we could actually also use those with vehicles. So as you can see here, we've got the flatbed H series toting a couple of pallets. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember if this is just one. I can't remember what I did now. I don't remember if this is. No, there we go. Yeah, it's two pallets. Whoa, they are definitely a little slidey, though, that's for sure. But how cool that we can now, I can put pallets on the flatbed, and like I said, they are slidey, so they definitely do not like they don't like sliding around corners too fast. Then again, I have no idea what real pallets do. I'm going to assume they pretty much do the same thing. All right, I thought it would be fun to take a Piccolina and drop it down on iToro's pallets and see if it could support the weight. It's actually doing pretty good, although it looks like the back end is kind of slipping. Oh, no, not good. We're falling. We're falling backwards into the water. It's trying to hold on. Trying to hold on. No such luck. It's just going to take a matter of figuring out just how many pallets does it take to keep a Piccolina out of the water. I feel a Tootsie Roll commercial coming on. All right, so I thought I would try a traffic cone on one of the floating pallets here. And, well, it floats. So there you go. So it may not be able to hold a Piccolina, but it can definitely hold a traffic cone. Let's see what happens if we throw a soccer ball onto the platform. Okay, well, that didn't exactly line up. Let's see if we can move the ball over here. No, no. Oh, there we go. Come on. No, get back. Get on there. There we go. No, don't. Ah. I'm feeling mighty stupid. For what it's worth, the pallet does exactly what a pallet should do. If the pallet was floating in the water and you were trying to essentially push a giant air-filled ball onto it, it would just basically try to move out of the way. So let's see if we can. Oh my gosh, quits are spinning. There we go. Just get on the pallet. No, it does not like to stay on there. All right. Let's try a traffic barrel because, you know, why not? The traffic barrel definitely does not like to stay upright, and it appears that there's quite a bit of resistance when you try to pull it through the water. Let's see if we can. I would love for this to actually sit upright, but it's definitely clipping through some of the boards. Which I'm sure is an expected behavior. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea how all this stuff is made. So anyhow, there you go. Traffic barrel. All right, one of the things I wanted to try with CrashHard's dry version, or the stackable version, was to throw on a crate onto the pallet. They still slide around pretty good. So that's... Oh, well, there goes the whole crate. That's not good, man. But this does make me wonder if someone could create a forklift mod. Could then we get the forklift to actually be able to lift the pallets? I see a whole different aspect to this game about to be created here, about to be put into action for sure. All right, so what happens if we take CrashHard's stackable pallets, put them up on end, and slam our car through a pair of them? I recorded this in replay, so let's go back to the replay. Whoa, what the? Obviously, I have the playback set way too fast. Okay, here we go. All right. Yoy. All right, let's put this back into real time. Oh, there we go. Oh, I hit the wrong key. I meant to slow it down, not speed it up. All right, I promise I'll get better at this someday. You'd think I'd be good at this after, you know, I don't know, however long I've been doing BeamNG. There it is. All right, now we're going to slow this down. We're going to slide right into the stackable pallets. Blam. Oh, look at that. Look how crazy the warping is on that one in the front. Oh, that is fantastic. And just for fun, I thought I would put the Piccolina on CrashHard's floating pallets. It's going to take more than 4. Yeah. Or maybe if I just strap them down. I don't know. Anyhow, there you go. Awesome. Man, hope you have enjoyed taking a look here at the 2 different versions of floating pallets that I asked for, and I appreciate iTorer and CrashHard for taking me up on my offer. Just as a disclaimer, yes, I paid them to do this. This is a commissioned work. I paid them to make a mod for me. I don't have a problem with that. I think people should be rewarded for making mods, especially when it's coming as a request. So I appreciate so much you guys taking me up on it, but also kicking them out so quickly. I appreciate that a whole bunch. So thank you so much. I also want to thank Hero of God, GamerGull, and Mr. Spooky 7 for supporting me on Patreon. Thank you guys so much. If you'd like to check that out, head to patreon.com/davidinark. Thank you so much. You, the viewer, right there, sitting there, hanging out, watching the video. I appreciate it so much. You taking the time to check out any and all of the videos here that I'm doing here on davidinark. Hey, got any questions, problems, suggestions, horror stories? Feel free to leave those down in the comment section below. Thanks again so much for watching, and we will see you next time on BeamNG Drive. Have a great day.